Today I'm going over Dream's fourth Hunted vs Speedruns video and why it may have been faked. Each piece of evidence on its own may feel weak, but I hope that when you see it all together, that the evidence becomes convincing overall. At the start here, unlike the first three videos, Dream doesn't start with some wood, but instead runs in the perfect direction to find a nether portal that he claims, in his own analysis, that he doesn't know about. Seems very suspicious. How does he know it's there? He barely sees it, and then we go and see the chest. There's a looting free gold sword and an axe, as well as a flint and steel. This is one of the best chests that you could theoretically get. Dream here is going very lucky. Luck isn't too bad, but when you see the rest of it, it starts going together. Now we see this. He builds up and there aren't horses. That's the only reason I'm showing you this clip. There aren't any horses nearby. Next, we see him looting a saddle. The saddle is in the centre of the chest, which seems a little bit suspicious, but I think this one's fine. I'm just adding some evidence. So here we see a strider. There's only one strider, and there are two groups. There's a group of 2 striders and there's a group of 3 striders. On the wiki, striders spawn in groups of 2 to 4. So it's very suspicious that here, the strider he jumps on is only on its own, almost like it's created in creative mode. Now he goes through the portal. His hotbar's really badly done, and he should know that they're trapping him. And he says this in analysis. So why doesn't he have ender pearls, and why hasn't he crafted ladders to be able to survive a fall trap? I don't understand why he hasn't done this. It doesn't make any sense to me. This is really badly played when it's so easy to play it better. It's almost like he's deliberately losing the water to force himself to do a play that looks very good on YouTube. So now we see this thing. So he gets lavaed. He doesn't double tap his water, which most people do, and then he gets hit off. He opens his inventory. He claims to look for a lava bucket, doesn't have one, and then he lands on the horse, which must have spawned in when he was in the nether, which is very unlikely given that every other mob which is passive could have spawned and then he would have lost. Now this scene, I feel like he cheats death. So he kills Bad Boy Halo, he then cuts to the right. Sapnap is right behind him, and with this running style it's very easy for Sapnap to cut Dream off and then to hit him, but somehow he doesn't. And then he cuts to him being in the tree and Sapnap's right behind. I feel like what actually happened is Sapnap killed him because he barely moves any blocks. Like, why was Sapnap so far behind for him to get all the way to the back of the tree? It seems incredibly unlikely to me. I think he faked it, personally. It's the only explanation for Sapnap not killing him there. The end scene, there's nothing really suspicious about it except that the opponents don't find beds and just use those to reset their spawn point. And in the 5th video, he gets an incredibly lucky spawn and finds an abandoned nether portal and a village at spawn. He gets an abandoned nether portal in episodes 4 and 5, which is both of the ones where he doesn't get wood. This is really the only way that he survives, so it seems very weird. So why does he do this? Well, the obvious answer is money. These videos are getting 20 million views, while his other ones only get 10 million. Both are very good numbers, but twice as many views? Well, you might as well fake it, and if you really had to win this one for the 5th one to take place. I mean, they have the same thumbnail. It's pretty clear that he planned for there to be a 5th one when he did 4th one, and that's about it for the video. The evidence may seem weak, but because Dream is such a good player, whenever he makes these mistakes, you really have to wonder why. Why is he doing this? And he just gets so lucky constantly. There's no way that all of this happens legitimately. But overall, does it matter? Well, Dream is an entertainer, and the video sure was entertaining.